Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Six of Swords, very good. This is someone with a plan. This is someone who is very organized in their thinking. Now, not all the time. Sometimes you can be a little chaotic, but right now you have a very solid plan. You have a blueprint, you have a recipe that you're operating off of. Okay? You got your driving directions, you've got your marching orders. I think you know what you're trying to do. You know how to go about doing it. I feel like you know what sequence of events has to take place in order to get you to your goals. I think that you're somebody who kind of likes routine right now. You like kind of the orderly process of something. Okay? I think that you're also very good right now at communicating with other people. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of learning how to sell yourself a little bit more, you know? And there's nothing inauthentic about that, you know? Like, there's always these cliches about salespeople, right? But I believe that if you really believe in what it is, you can sell anything. But you can tell when the salesperson really believes in the product that they're talking about or if they don't, you know? And I think an effective salesperson is one that believes in what they're saying. And I feel like you do. Whatever it is you're trying to sell yourself or other people or the world at large, I feel like you really truly believe in it. Okay? Well, let's put this into some context. All right, we're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. We've got the Lover's card. Oh, interesting. Okay. We have a Ten of Wands. We have, we have a Queen of Wands here. And a Knight of Wands, yeah. And a Two of Swords. Okay. All right. I kind of see something going on here. Let's see. We have a Sun card. We have an Ace of Cups. We have a Princess of Cups. We have a Five of Cups. Okay. I do feel that there was some kind of an abrupt change in your relationship. I almost feel like, you got, and this doesn't have to be romance necessarily, but I feel like you got out of something quickly and then you got into something new right away. Maybe it was a job. Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it is, maybe it's a romance. Okay. I feel that, well, let me rephrase that. I feel like there was an abrupt ending. I feel like you haven't yet gotten into the new thing, but you really want to. You really, really want to. I kind of feel that there was some upheaval, and now there is a rapid renewal. Okay? Because of this Lover's card. Yeah, this is that card of kind of like there's a choice that you need to make. So I wonder if this abrupt ending sort of threw off your trajectory, what you thought the plan was. But now I kind of feel that there's like, I don't know if this is maybe a reconciliation. That, and again, doesn't have to be romance. Put your pitchforks away. I'm feeling like something ended very quickly. And at first, it sort of threw you off your game because it felt like it disrupted the plan, right? Suddenly, I think there was chaos. I think something then very quickly, like, it reorganizes itself And it's kind of like, oh, okay, crisis averted, you know? So whether it's a romance that somebody, there was like an abrupt ending, but then there's an immediate, like, immediate reconciliation, okay? It's almost like we, at first we're sort of reacting to it like it's a disaster, like it's a catastrophe, like it's a devastation, but then things quickly, like, harmonize again. Does that make sense? So you might be experiencing that exact thing right now. I want to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This, oh, see, look, we have a volunteer. Strength, courage, yeah. We're going to do a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. The factor, infinite and unknown. And, oh, I guess it's this one that's sticking out sideways. We'll put that right over here with our little sea turtle friend. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading, okay? If at any point during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments down below. Yeah. Now, as we look around the room, at first we just had these two major arcana energies, the Sun and, of course, the Lover's card. Okay? Now we're getting also some strength, courage, bravery, and some discipline, some self-control. Okay? I feel like, in a way, something from your past is returning, and I feel like it was abruptly ended, and now it's just as abruptly returning. Okay? But I think Spirit is kind of telling you to, like, don't jump into it too fast. It's a sudden change in a close relationship, and it's going to shift your trajectory. It's going to throw you off course a little bit. It's going to change the plans. Yeah. And so it may be that this abrupt change did throw you into chaos, and maybe there was an immediate course correction, and you got on a good track. Now it feels like this person's coming back, okay? And it could be a friend, family member, it could be a business thing, it could be an employee that left and now wants to return, something like that. It could be somebody that said, no, I don't want to buy your product, and then they're coming back and saying, well, on second thought. Spirit's telling you not to jump into it so fast. Restrain yourself a little bit, okay? To make sure that this is going to be the right choice for you. Because the wrong choice may lead to disappointment. Now, maybe the wrong choice is not engaging with this. You have to trust your gut. Maybe this hasn't happened yet. Okay? Maybe Spirit is trying to let you know that an abrupt ending to something is happening. And when this person turns right back around and says, never mind, I changed my mind, it's up to you to choose whatever your gut is going to tell you about this, whether it should just be, okay, let's just reharmonize, let's reconcile real quick and pretend it never happened, or if you need to make a different choice, okay? It all comes down to the choice that you're making, okay? Trusting your gut is going to kind of place you ahead of the curve here. Yeah. So we have our majors. We have fire, fire, fire. Water up here. 3 waters. 3 fires, 3 waters. Okay. And we have our air cards. So the Lover's card is all about choice. The Lover's card to me feels like a reunion. It feels like a reconciliation. And to me, it feels like someone is coming back. And just as abruptly as it ended, it feels like it wants to start just as abruptly. Okay? But this is the card of choice, really. This is the card that's saying the choice you make now is going to affect your future. This is the card of heck yes. Okay? This is the card of reunion. This is the card of you choosing yes 1,000%. It doesn't have to be romance. It could be the friend, the partnership, the business deal, the employment, the job offer. And I feel like you thought something was gone, but now here it is again. And you're being asked to choose. This is a choice that really is going to affect the rest of your life. So I think Spirit's telling you to don't be too hasty. Okay, especially when we look at the Six of Swords and the Two of Swords, it creates a bit of a change in your trajectory. It's going to shift things big time. Okay. And it may be that this incoming energy of that is a sort of reconciliating energy. It might reveal a better path for you. Okay. And it feels to me like this is probably more of a career or even like a living situation than it is necessarily about like a romance. Okay. So this is that card of choice. This is the card of wanting to choose something to the exclusion of everything else. This is a yes. And if you're not 1,000% sure of this, wait. Okay, wait. Underneath the surface, 10 of Wands. Okay. This is maximum effort. This is sometimes a feeling as if there is an imbalance in the responsibilities. Sometimes this is all the weight being on your shoulders. I think this is what Spirit really wants you to ask yourself. Do you feel like this person entering your life, or this deal, or this job, or whatever it is, do you feel that this thing entering your life is going to make your job easier? Help you share the weight, share the burden, lighten the load for you? Or is this person being in your life going to make things more difficult? Okay. And conversely, when they left, or when it ended, I should say, did your life get easier or harder? Okay. This is something that's under the surface, right? This is something inside of you. So that's a question that wants to be asked. Yeah. Because sometimes this card is a codependence. Sometimes it's an interdependence. Sometimes it really is an independence, but it's like you're dragging other people along with you. Yeah, this could be a group of people. Maybe it's not just one person. The idea is that it should be a team effort. It should be a partnership. But does it feel as if you're carrying all the weight and the other person's not doing anything? Okay. So we have a lot of court cards here, don't we? Well, we got the 1, 2, we got the 3. The 3 court cards and the idea of union, the idea of choice. Yeah. Saying yes to this is going to change the course of your life. So I feel like it's important that you take your time to make sure it's the right choice. The Queen of Wands in the background. Now, it may be a Sagittarius person that has kind of abruptly shifted the nature of your relationship. So I kind of feel like it's a friend, or it's a coworker, or it's a collaborator, or a colleague that said, no, I don't want to work with you. 2 seconds later, they came back and they said, wait a minute, you know what? I do. The question, I guess, really is it too late? Is that split second enough for you to say no? Okay. Or is this, is your heart open? Are you welcoming them in and saying, okay, yeah, I mean, let's do it. Let's have that union. I think you're choosing union, to be honest with you. I do. This is the card of heck yes. We have a unity of the Ace of Cups in the environment. This is in the position of your relationships. Maybe the Two of Swords is stepping into indecision. Rather than saying, heck yes, 1,000%, not hesitating. Well, see, this is a card that doesn't hesitate. Okay. Maybe stepping into the Two of Swords is you stepping into indecision. And your indecision might lead to disappointment. What if the Strength card was the courage to say heck yes to something that you thought was over, but it's returned? And I think maybe it's part of this pride. We have a Sun card here in the general energy. Part of our pride would say, no, you already said no. You already left. You chose to abruptly change the situation or whatever it was, something that you thought was over or gone or ended. And then it comes back right away and you think, no, sorry. Is that ego? Is that pride? When you know that saying yes to this is really what you wanted to begin with, and it's really going to lead your life in an appropriate way and result in the life you want, but your pride is saying, no, you know what? You already said no, and now you're trying to come back. You know? So it's interesting. I feel like your gut is telling you to say yes, but your ego and your pride is telling you no. Okay? Maybe it's somebody asking for a second chance. Maybe it's somebody that says, you know what, I made a mistake. I don't want it to end. I want to work with you, or I want to come back. I want to do this thing together, or whatever. Don't let your pride get in the way of you making the right choice. The Knight of Wands up here. This is the card that is leaping into it with no hesitation. With this card, the horse and the rider must be one unit. Yeah. No hesitation, no pause. And this is, all the Knights really are about how you start something, the way in which you begin. And you're beginning it with fire, with creativity, with motivation. Yeah. And just as something kind of ended with fire, ended kind of abruptly, maybe this is a kind of on again, off again relationship. Yeah. Spirit's not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Spirit is giving you a snapshot of the question, really, and saying if you make the wrong choice, you're going to be very disappointed. If you make the right choice, I think you're going to be very happy. Okay. I feel like there is a conversation that needs to be had. I feel like there needs to be some kind of, some rules set up, some understanding with that Six of Swords. I feel there needs to be a conversation. But I believe you want to say yes. Yeah. If you're leaning toward yes, put a yes in the comments. Okay. But the Two of Swords is saying you have to trust your gut. Because using logic and reasoning, it may tell you that, look, this person, they left once, they're going to leave again. Or, if they couldn't commit the first time, then it probably means that they're not really into it. They're not really sure. They don't know what they want. And so logically, rationally, maybe your mind is telling you, nah, don't do it. Don't say yes. What does your heart tell you? I feel like your heart wants union. Your heart is saying yes to this. Your mind might be saying no. It's kind of like blink once for yes, twice for no. I feel like your heart says yes, but your mind is saying, well, I don't know. Yeah. I know that your choice is going to require courage. I know that the Strength card here is, this is the strength to not be motivated by your ego, right? This is really about restraining the ego, the appetites, the hunger, okay? It's not even about what your heart wants necessarily. It's like, what does your gut tell you? What does your deepest soul level self tell you is the right thing to do? Doing the right thing takes courage. And maybe it takes kind of swallowing your pride a little bit. Yeah. And to be honest with you, maybe this person that we're talking about is you. Maybe you're the one that ended something abruptly and now is wanting to kind of start it again, to begin again, to kind of say, you know what, I do want that. Maybe it's not a person at all. Maybe the court cards are all you. Because we have 3 court cards, I know there's another person involved. Okay? But I'm starting to suspect that you're the one that ended something quickly. And you want to begin something else. I believe it's with the same person or the same company. It's almost like you quit your job and then you come back 2 seconds later and say, you know what, I changed my mind. I don't want to quit. You know? And I think that maybe you realized you made a mistake. And now you really want to go back and reconcile. There's something in you that's kind of like maybe too proud to go back and say, you know what? I do want it. I do want to be with you. I do want to be in this partnership or whatever it is. And so swallowing the pride seems to be the important energy here. Yeah. Let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It could be a job, it could be something at school, at home, at work, it could be a friendship, it could be a family thing. It ended, and now I think you're realizing that you really do want it. So that choice needs to be made. If your gut is telling you, oh, I made a mistake leaving, I want to go back, I need this in my life, make sure it's your gut and not ego. Over here we have the Sun card as your general energy. Now subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, okay? The Sun card is clarity. The Sun card is waking up to our authentic self. It goes beyond ego. The Sun card is saying that regardless of what my ego is feeling right now, I can see clearly who I am and why I'm here. I know I have a clarity about what I want. And so to me, this is really like the inner illumination that's telling you the reality. Maybe your ego made you leave. Maybe you left impulsively on a whim. Without really thinking, it was kind of, it was spontaneous. It was just in the spur of the moment. You ended something. I think the clarity, the reality here is that, no, you really do want this in your life. Okay. And this is that clarity. This is the illumination that gives you the bigger picture and gives you the full reality. Okay. I see what's going on. I see what it is that I truly want. And I think you're able to look at the situation and realize that it was just ego, or 2 egos maybe, right? That kind of were just butting heads, or it was just some impulsivity. This is the clarity, the certainty. You can see what it is you really want goes past ego, okay? In the environment, we have an Ace of Cups, love, right? Union in love. I feel like whatever this thing is, you really do love and cherish it on a deep level. I feel like it is meant for you. Okay? I want you to leave a comment and say, I choose yes. If this is resonating with you, and if you know what decision you have to make. Because this is like you really feel it, you know. And this card's in the position of your relationship. There is still a lot of love there. Could be that you just had an argument, one of you walked out, and immediately regretted it. Immediately, no, I don't want to leave. But maybe this is really you and this other person, you know. Maybe the cards are both of you. And there's this stubbornness, there's this pride. The union is there, the love is there, but there's a pride that's saying, I'm not going to apologize. And they're saying, no, I'm not going to apologize. So you're sort of at an impasse. I think you both want to reconcile. You both want to come back into this and have the union again, you know. But pride is getting in the way for both of you. But the love is there, okay? Now, the fear, worry, concern, of course, is the Princess of Cups. And that's suggesting that your dilemma is that how do you know that this isn't just like your desires talking? You know? How do you know that this is real and authentic love and it isn't just like you miss them? Or there's, you know, there's an attraction there. How do you know that this isn't just your surface level emotions trying to drive the car? Okay. And I think you don't. I think, you know, part of this is your thinking process where you have to ask yourself, is your life better or worse with them around? In that relationship with them, is your life better or worse? In that relationship, do you feel fulfilled or do you feel not fulfilled? Is it more of a disappointment to be with them or to not be with them, right? 5 of Cups. So you're not going to know for sure. You don't know if this is just your surface level desires trying to, you know, drive the boat. I think you have to ask the questions, is your life better off with or without them? Do you feel like a better person with or without them? Do they make your life, do you feel as if they're a partner in your life? That they're helping you to struggle through life. They're helping you and empowering you and encouraging you. Is this real love or is this ego desire? I feel like it's real love. Okay. I feel like there is a strong desire to put the pieces back together. I feel like the process or the prospect of not having them in your life pains you more than whatever it was that caused the initial, you know, kind of break or that initial impulsive ending, okay? Because that's what the queens do. The queens are all about how you ended something. Quickly, abruptly, like a Band-Aid, right off. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't really mean it. I didn't really want to do that. Sometimes it's just an impulsive leaving, breaking up, quitting. Maybe this isn't about a romance at all. It could be that could be the job that you quit. It could be the task. It could be the, you know, the book that you were writing that you just suddenly said, I quit, I'm done, I hate it, I don't want it anymore. 2 seconds later, you think, no, I didn't mean that. Right? I think the 5 of Cups is really it. You will know that without this thing in your life, that your future is bleak. That your life is not happier without that person. I feel that, you know, this is a card, the 5 of Cups. It's a card that says something should be there, but it's not. So it feels like something's missing. So whatever this thing is, claim it. Reconcile with it. Put a yes in the comments. And hit the like button, and I promise you, you're going to feel better. You're going to make the right choice. Okay? Don't wait too long. That's kind of the idea here. I think the longer you hesitate, the Spirit wants you to take a step back and ask yourself these questions. But once you know what it is you really truly want, because you're aware that without this thing, something's missing from your life, right? Once you come to that realization and that clarity, that illumination, don't hesitate. Maybe the window is closing. Maybe the longer you wait, the less likely it is that the two of you can reconcile. Okay. Let's look at the mystery card. Maybe 2 of Cups, maybe another Ace, maybe another Lover's card. You know, it could be a lot of things. If you have a prediction, though, put it in the comments beneath the video here. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles, also looking at the future. This is how you begin something in a very practical way. So I think that the final the final step for you is to look at your future. Give yourself a vision of your life down the road. Who are you? Where are you? What are you doing long term? Do you see that person with you? Can you see a future with that person? Maybe it's a friend, family member, maybe it's a lover, maybe whatever. Maybe it's a job. Can you see a future? And are they part of it? Can you imagine a future without them? I think you need to reach out to them quickly. Okay? Type love in the comments if this is love. Okay? Give me a heck yes for the lover's card. And tell me your story. I want to hear it. I want to hear your interpretation of these cards. I feel like the two of you, like maybe things got heated, maybe there was an argument, and you both probably said some things you didn't mean, right? And I feel like you're meant to be with this person, or place, or thing, whatever it is. Okay, I feel like it is meant for you. And now we're going to do an extended reading. We'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There is a link in the corner here. There's a link down below in the video description. New readings for Scorpio on Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.